Do we have a new song for Shock Your Mock?
Yeah, Brent, you know how it works. The studio is always open, right? I'm always working on stuff in my beat laboratory, and today was no different. I put it in the AI, getting my $5 worth, if you will. And today, since we did such a great job on the first kid's song, this is going to be under, by my understanding, I haven't heard the song yet. It's always a surprise for us.
Oh, you haven't heard it?
No one hears it.
Oh, okay.
It's a worldwide release for everybody. I told the AI, make it a kid's song again. And I gave it some words, and what we're about to hear is the result of that.
All right. Well, with no further hesitation, we hear it. Shock Your
Same
Mock.
beat, apparently.
Presented by Everbank.
The same beat from the last song. Do better.
In a land called Duvel, so bright and so grand, a football ref came to cheer up the land. With picks on the chart, oh so sharp and so smart. Young Jags in the draft, ready to make their mark. Brent and Dustin with their mark on the block. Big dreams in their eyes, tick-tock, tick-tock.
Oh,
They
TikTok
shuffle
mention.
the names, so fresh and so new. Hawks riding high for the teal and the blue. Shock your mock, they say with
blue.
a smile. Building the future for the Duval Mile. The fans
Duval
they
Mile,
cheer,
everybody.
the city's alive. Jack's draft is here, together we thrive.
That was a little disappointing. Is the
Yeah,
Duval
I mean-
Mile like the Green Mile? I mean, what do we got here?
I don't know, man. Now I know how Chance the Rapper feels after he released that one album, and then it kind of went downhill from there. Yeah, whatever. That didn't really do it for me. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, you can't hit a
Disappointed.
home run on all of them.
Well, but how come,
a lot of them have been pretty good.
How come in the one that we had where you can understand it clearly, in this one it's like we're going to the blue and quarter mile? What?
Yeah, teal and blue. How did that get in there?
I don't know, Brent. Sorry, everybody.
How many words did you enter into the AI?
I put in Brent and Austin, Shock Your Mock, Duval, and Jags draft.
Huh.
Yeah.
And they got teal and blue out of that.
I mean, teal is kind of blue, right? It's bluish.
But you wonder, like, did AI kind of search teal and black and miss?
Well, hey, I swear if AI rhymes TikTok with Shock Your Mock one more time, I'm going to lose my mind and ask for a refund. So how does that sound?
Should we ask for?
TikTok has been featured. The lyrics TikTok have been in every one of these songs.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Do better, AI.
That's because
Well,
your mock and clock. And,
clock. There's other words that rhyme with
and
mock.
you know why? Because AI is finding draft countdown, right?
Yeah.
Right now.
Sure, I got. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess so.
This is even better. We got to investigate why they're picking these certain phrases in AI. But right now, they're getting countdown of the draft. Countdown of the draft.
I
Countdown
should
of the
just
draft.
ask AI who the Jags are going to draft.
Or you're on the clock. On
Yeah,
the clock,
true.
right? That's what
True.
they're going to see.
On the clock. That's a good point.
That's actually a good one.
What's
Who
that?
will the Jags draft?
I'll have that to you tomorrow
Thank you.
in a PowerPoint presentation.
All
All right, Brent.
There
Well,
we go.
speaking of a PowerPoint presentation, Brent. Oh yeah. By the way, let me go ahead and find this guy's name quick because this guy gets to have all the credit for this mock draft.
Who?
Yeah, we'll get there, man. Don't worry. So this one is going to be from Stuff Miami.
Stuff Miami. How many Miami guys?
Stuff
here
Miami.
we go. 3 of them.
By the way, he had his Go ahead.
How did you let this in?
Hey, he was in line. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes when you're the bouncer, you don't look at like, do you let all the pretty women in? Do you let some of the guys in? I'm an equal opportunity bouncer, so everybody gets in. And Stuff Miami got in. And by the way, his Twitter profile picture, spoiler alert, is a lot of Miami Hurricane players. So here's what to expect from that. This is like an all ACC kind of looking draft here.
Well, it's like an all Miami looking draft here.
All Miami as well, yeah. Okay, so there were some trades that went down. What these trades were, we may never know.
That's the red dot.
And we traded down, by the way, as well, Brent. And we know how we feel about trading down. Not the best. So not off to a good start, but hey, let's break it down anyways. Trevor Lawrence gets some help, or does he? Pick number 31, Devontae Walker out of North Carolina, 6'1 and a half, 193, 33 and 1/4 arms, ran a 4.36, a 40 and a half inch vertical, 11.2 broad jump. Athleticism score was 6th out of wide receivers according to Next Gen Stats. Brent Martineau, your first initial thoughts.
Who is he, Ian?
Okay, yep. So this guy went to Kent State for a couple years, and he transferred this past year. NFL comparison is none other than Alec Pierce. See him twice a year, you know?
He went to North Carolina Central, then Kent State.
Yeah, but he didn't play at North Carolina Central, I believe, because...
Yeah.
Well, so then why even say it, you know?
I just say it.
Okay, I got you.
Cancel the year. Which means he's an old guy.
So this guy is a long strider who excels in the long routes, go routes, post corners. Could be a Gabe Davis clone.
Okay.
Is a lot easier to cover in the shorter routes. Booming build, and he has the up speed to gobble up the cushion.
Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Pac-Man special.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking more like the Cookie Monster in the cookies, but they're like yards. But no, I like Pac-Man too. Brent, fun fact about this guy, though. His touchdown receptions, they average 30.7 yards.
Okay.
So, big play hitter here in Devontae Walker. Scouts have said, though, he has disjointed and sloppy footwork getting in and out of his breaks.
Disjointed.
Welcome, Trevor Lawrence. Well, Trevor Lawrence welcomes you. Devontae Walker, pick number 31 overall.
That's different now. Haven't seen that.
Yeah, probably for good reason.
One thing real quick. If you do trade back into this kind of way or trade up from 48, these kind of guys come into the equation. That's why we just haven't spent a lot of time on those guys. But probably between 26 and, say, 40, you're going to get a whole new crop of receivers that haven't been discussed as much.
He could be there at 48. We'll see. Cameron Kitchens, safety out of Miami, 5'11", 203, 31-inch vertical, 9 3/4 hands, if that really does anything for you. I'm sorry, he had 31 and 1/4 reach, 35-inch vertical, 9.2 on the broad jump. NFL comparison is the great Juwan Thornhill. Heard of him?
Where are we getting these comps from?
This NFL.com, man. Lance Zierlein. So Brent, initial thoughts before I break this guy down.
I feel like I just saw something about Kitchens.
Is he in trouble?
No, like in a good way.
Okay.
I think he did really well. Like Senior Bowl and stuff like that. So about this guy, he has good instincts, ball skills, but lacks the speed. But his lack of speed could turn off teams. Ran a 4.65. That is, from a safety, gotta get in that 4.5 range. I'm sure right now Al Davis is in heaven going, nope. No, I don't think so. By the way, did the Jags need a safety at 48?
I don't think so.
I mean, don't they have one?
Maybe he thinks he can play corner, but no.
Hey, if the best free safety in the draft, which some people say, comes at number 48, no thanks.
Hey, I'm going to tell you right now, you aren't winning today, but we're still going to break it down anyways, but you're off to a really bad start, okay? I mean, I don't want to call it quits already, stop the count and everything, but time to stop the count. It's time to stop the count right now.
Keyshawn agrees. This is a Gene Smith mock draft if I've ever seen
one. Whoa. Yeah, it kind of is. Brent, he had mental lapses. Scouts praise him for his toughness and intelligence, but what does that mean if he had mental lapses? So make up your minds. Guy can make plays, but also he takes a lot of risks. So there you go. Then we're going back-to-back Miami, calls Pitbull. Dale. We're going Leonard Taylor. Defensive tackle, 6'3", 303 pounds, 33 7/8 arms. That's gonna be a Trent Baalke special. It is. Ran a 5.12, 30-inch vertical, 9.1 on the broad jump. Brent, initial thoughts. Defensive tackle.
Small hands at 9 inches, and I'd rather have Lawrence Taylor than Leonard Taylor.
Hit him with it. All right. I don't think anyone bench presses anymore because I couldn't find this guy's bench press. If that makes you care about anything.
It doesn't look like he did it.
Scouts say he's a feast or famine type of guy, which means that Joe Cullen wrote this out because Joe Cullen said feast or famine at least 25 times per day when I played for him. He was a highly touted player out of high school, but he disappointed in his time at Miami. Kind of always seems to be the narrative of the Miami Hurricanes.
True hurricane fashion.
I mean, I'm sorry, you didn't reach expectations? Didn't do what we thought you were going to do? You don't say.
Sorry, Hurricane.
Yeah, if you watch his tape, and this is me saying it, I didn't see any, I saw some highlights, but also some bad plays they're breaking down. Imagine Bitcoin, like the chart of the Bitcoin the past 3 years. That's what you're getting with him.
Yeah, it seems like it.
It's a roller coaster.
Very inconsistent.
Don't know what you're getting. Yeah. You could cash out at a high place. Could be,
some fun moments, some dangerous ones.
Could be taking the kids' college fund out for, because you got to pay some bills. Next pick, let's go to TCU now. Pick number 91. I think we've had him before. Brandon Coleman, 6'4", 313, 34, and 5/8" arms.
Whoa.
Trent Baalke, blue light special, salivating, got them hungry eyes. Brent, your thoughts?
I don't mind guard play here. Like, again, I like this category. This is probably his best pick so far.
Yeah, for sure.
His guard
91,
play.
congratulations.
Yeah. Big fella, maybe a road grader.
Yeah.
And long, and this is an impressive guy.
Former offensive tackle, moved to guard. Take that for how you want, but also means he's probably got better footwork than most. So, I think you like that pick number 91 for Brandon Coleman.
Also an interesting path, too. He went Trinity Valley Community College, redshirted, then was there for a year as a top 50 JC recruit, and then obviously moved on to the Big 12.
Brent, people go to JUCO all the time.
I'm just saying.
Okay, I got you. Pick number 96, we're going back to Miami for the third pick. Because that team was so dominant this past season. Michigan, I can see it. Maybe Alabama. Why not? Let's go to Miami. So we're going with James Williams at pick number 96, 6'4", 231, 33 and 5/8" arms. I mean, those Miami boys got some long arms, Brent. Ran a 4.65, 30-inch vertical, 9.9 on the broad jump. Was a top 15 recruit out of high school. Brent, your thoughts?
Why are we getting another safety from Miami?
Well, yeah. Hang on. We'll break that down in a second. Any other thoughts?
That's it.
Okay. So the thing with this guy is that they think he might be playing linebacker at the next level, possibly. Scouts say it's fun.
Linebacker.
It's fun watching him run and strike as a high safety, but he expresses coverage confusion at times. Might need a year to add weight to be a big box safety or possibly even a nickel linebacker. He is a special teams ace, though. Take that for how you want. Pick number 114, all ACC, all the time. Call us the ACC Network. Jeremiah Trotter, 6 feet, 228 pounds. Finished second, actually, in the production score of a linebacker in this draft class. Ran a 4.6 and is considered, if not the best coverage linebacker in the entire NFL draft. Brent, your thoughts?
Yeah, he's a good one. And again, I just don't understand what you're doing with him. When you take linebacker at this stage, like they took Ventrell Miller last year, and obviously he got hurt, he was going to be a special teams guy.
Yeah.
And you just inked Foye Oluokun, and you have Devin Lloyd, and you have Chad Muma, and you have Ventrell Miller. Like, where's the space for a linebacker? Like, I get competition, but this better be one hell of a steal if you're picking linebacker in this draft and you're the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Correct. Let's just keep on going. Trente Jones, I think we'll call him. Brent, right. 6'4", 33-inch arms. Trent Baalke Blue Light Special, 305. In terms of production metrics, didn't really do his thing there. Not a lot of analysis that you can really tell. Below average size and length of a guard, which is kind of crazy because I just said, the guy's 6'4" and he's got 33-inch arms. So I don't know. Once again, man, that's scouts. You don't know what they're saying sometimes. He has overreaction to a lot of rush moves, is vulnerable as a pass rushing blocker. Uses Chris Sutton hands with his pass punch, smooth climber on work, explodes his hips, hands at first contact. Obviously a depth play here. Not going to come and make a difference right away. And then the last pick of this atrocity is another ACC guy, and we're going pick 212. We're going Miles Murphy. Let's go ahead and just run out that
Byron's
ACC.
brother?
Might be Byron's brother, man. I'm not going to lie. I was so just turned off by this mock draft. I didn't even look up to see who Miles Murphy was. I'll be honest with you. Because I'm like, this guy's not going to win. It's not going to come down to Miles Murphy. What does Miles Murphy have?
Is this the guy that has page 2? Does he have a page 2 of this draft, or is this just one page?
No, this is the second page right here, I think.
Oh, that is the second.
Well, no, I'm sorry. There is another page. Yeah, go to the next second page. I didn't get the second page. Just go to the second page quick. There's more. Because I thought he had Frank. Then he had Frank Gore Jr. Maybe not. Okay, whatever.
Maybe that's the other one.
Okay, whatever. Spoilers. Yeah.
Hey, we should draft Frank Gore's son.
It just has an appreciation.
Yes.
It'd be some
Forget
good juju.
about Bronny.
That'd be some good juju. Listen, now would be the time if he had a kid at home that wanted to do a mock draft, just send it in quick because he'd probably go on in the next round. But nevertheless, we have another submission that we'll break down. Spoiler alert, this is the last.
They are.
Frank Gore, back-to-back running back.
His best pick is Frank Gore Jr. We'll take him.
Oh! By the way, he traded with Miami. I didn't even break down what the trade looked like. I bet he helped the Dolphins out more than us. He probably front-loaded this damn draft to screw the Jaguars over so his Dolphins could get all the best picks.
He might have just scammed.
Oh, I'm a sucker, Brett. I'm sorry.
Mark.
What do they call it? Call it being a patsy, right? when you get taken for a ride?
That's right.
Yeah, I'm a patsy in this one.
Might have just happened. Before we hit the next Shock Your Mock, can we... Maybe I entice you for some lunch at Donato's Pizza. Donatos.com, the place to go. 2 locations, Mandarin and Jack's Beach. And, if you haven't tried Donato's, you got to check it out. I know you probably have. Fantastic pepperoni pizza. It's my favorite. I'm always a sucker for pepperoni pizza, but Donato's does it right. From Columbus, Ohio, all the way down to Jacksonville now. And you can save this lunch hour and also all day, every day with the code BRENT20. 20% off your order if you give them the code BRENT20, BRENT20 at Donato's Pizza. Go to Donatos.com, 2 locations, Jack's Beach and in Mandarin.
Well, are we going to the second one right away?
Let's do it.
All right, because much like his Miami Dolphins, he ain't making it out of the first round. All right.
Well done.
Thank you.
Now to
number 2.
The winner.
Yeah, I mean, should we break this down or should we go to commercial and come back and talk about some more hockey?
Now, here's a trade I'm up for right here with the Chicago Bears. That's what, I mean.
Does it?
Well, I mean, if you can pull it off, pull it off. I'm going to talk us into this one.
Okay, but you think, I want you to talk about how the Chicago Bears had neighbors at their doorstep they decided to trade.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like how you included neighbors at their doorstep. Very good.
I said
that was pretty good.
All right. So Malik Neighbors, 6 feet, 200 pounds. Brent, your initial thoughts? I think we know where we're going here.
Listen, I would say this. I think a lot of people love Neighbors as the best guy in the draft. I still would rank them, in my opinion, Harrison, Odunze, and then Neighbors. But I think there's a varying opinion and pretty much groupthink that they're all good.
Yeah.
So if you can pull this off, whether it's at 8, 9, however you draft it, want to do it. And I will say this about Chicago. They've been a wheeler and dealer in the draft stuff. So maybe they will continue to wheel and deal. And they did get help at wide receiver.
Yeah.
Maybe if they're left with Neighbors and they don't think Neighbors is as good as everybody else, doesn't mean they're going to take them. I mean, everybody's draft boards are different.
Yep.
So I wouldn't think Chicago's out of the realm, but I think it's more than likely they probably would just continue to add to the puzzle of Caleb Williams if they're able to do it. But hey, they could also, this is going to be a high offensive draft, right? Correct. They could find the best defensive player in the draft at number 9 and do something like Houston did last year, where you have Caleb Williams and you go get a high defensive player, and you could end up with offensive rookie of the year, defensive rookie of the year.
Keep singing, Brent. I like your tune right now.
So I mean,
like it.
Listen, there are a lot of ways to go for Chicago is the point, because they do have DJ Moore. They did bring in Keenan Allen. So they've got stuff.
That's going to be the new song for Shock Your Mock tomorrow, is Brent Martineau explaining why they're not going to take Malik Neighbors and actually get a defensive player and trade with the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's the best song of all time.
Listen, I got to make this guy a winner.
I know, right? I know we're trying here, sir. Oh, by the way, so I'll say who it's from at the end. Malik Neighbors, 6 feet tall, 200 pounds. NFL comparison is Justin Jefferson. Is that pretty good? Or?
I think that's pretty good.
All right. Glides and burns past defenders. Brent pushes them into retreat. Whatever that means. AFC personnel executive says Jamar Chase was more of a dude physically, and Justin Jefferson was already skilled when he came out, but you see flashes of both in Malik Neighbors.
That's a nice combo.
I mean, yeah, I'll be honest. In terms of weaknesses, you didn't really see a lot.
I'm drooling.
Yeah, I think I remember I didn't read everything, but I think one scout said his shoes weren't matching for a game or something like that. That's what we're trying to
poking holes.
Trying to grab at straws here, basically. Next pick number 48, Brent Max Melton, guy we've had a lot on the show, 5'11", 187.
This is where you should take a corner at number 48.
Yep. What are your thoughts on Max Melton? I mean, we've had this guy before.
Yeah, listen, I'm okay with that. I still think this size is an interesting deal with this cornerback class.
Yeah.
We continue to talk about the weight. The weight number is interesting. At least this guy's up toward one. He's going to be a 190 player, is my guess. Mm-hmm. And I think that's just something to watch. And I don't know. That may be a question this week, actually, we asked for the draft lunch. And why are these guys so light at the corner spot? Is that Is that just the way it's going? Is that more of a trend in the NFL anyway, and I just haven't noticed it? But the guys in this draft class seem to be a little bit lighter in the pants.
Scouts say that he is a better zone guy because when he's searching for clues to jump in and make plays, there's nobody better. Jenkies, get him some Scooby snacks. We've been over this before, and let's watch him go to work. He comes in, he'll be competing for a starting spot. That's probably the best you can say right now, Bob.
Yeah, but if a guy is said to be better at zone, I'm not telling you he's a turnoff, but it doesn't seem like a perfect fit in this Ryan Nielsen defense.
But maybe they think he has athletic, because the guy is an athletic freak.
Well, and I
maybe you can turn him into that.
I caution to put somebody in a box because my thinking is they can play both. Now, is one better in zone?
Careful
or man?
With the box, Brent. Now, because Taven Bryan wasn't in a box, Dante Fowler wasn't in a box, Kayvon Chason wasn't in a box, Josh Allen wasn't in a box, and sometimes put him back in a box.
I think sometimes
they're worth more when you put him back in the box, Brent. Don't play with him. Put him back in the box.
I do think we get to a point where we're like, oh no, he's a zone guy.
No, I hear you.
No, he's a man guy.
I get it.
I mean, come on. I got to be able to play both. Now, you do have strengths and weaknesses, and you got to figure that out.
Brent, to uphold that value, you keep him in the box. You don't go out and play with him. Pick 108. Fan favorite of the show. We got Zach Zinter, 6'6", 309 pounds, 33 1/2 inch arms. A Trent Bulky Blue Light special. NFL comparison is, Brent?
I forget.
Glasgow or Glasgow, one of those two from Detroit.
Yeah. I'm still stuck. I was wanting to tell Nick that he can watch on Netflix Zach Zinter and the Big Splinter.
Hard-nosed throwback, but you know the story. All right, Brent, this guy sounds like he's from a Disney movie, right? High school senior Zach Zinter's at the top ace of a fighter pilot school until one night when his Nintendo Switch and a family curse changes his life forever. Now Zach is going to realize that life isn't always as clear as 20/20 vision. It's Zach Zinter in The Big Squinter, coming to Disney this spring.
The Big Squinter. I like
It's always a family curse.
I think I like The Big Squinter better. That's good.
I'm Zach Zinter.
Now, this wasn't the guys that had clear eyes, is he?
No.
Because that wouldn't work.
No, I don't think so.
I had an offensive lineman yesterday that had clear eyes.
Man. Clear eyes. So check out Zach Zinter and the Big Squinter. That'll be a fire show from Disney. Next pick, Brett, go ahead.
Justin Ebwagbi.
Okay, I was gonna say like Ebo Jeep. Yep, Justin Ebwagbi. Yep. What Brent said. Justin, what Brent said. 6'4", 297, 33 3/8 inch arms, 5'1", 40, 28 inch vertical. Brent, your thoughts?
28 inch vertical?
I mean, you got to hit that 30, You got to get in that 30.
I mean,
as a defensive...
First story I'm doing on this, guys, we're having a jumping contest.
What happened? Yeah. Brent, your thoughts?
I don't mind D for tackle here.
Yeah.
We like the Alabama guys, too. So, I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, so 6'4", 297, scouts are calling him a tweener with solid power but below average snap explosiveness and quickness. One scout said he's more of a hard hat player than actually a difference maker. Keep in mind, though, new stadium being built, could use that hard hat, could help out, behind the scenes a little bit, construct some things with that hard hat mentality. New stadium, pick 108. Not mad at it.
Not mad at it either. I like your usage of him over the next handful of years,
pick 116.
116.
By the way.
Yeah. By the way, when you're 116, you're not looking for necessarily a star. You might be looking for a hard hat guy.
Correct.
So, that part is okay.
Yeah.
At this portion of the draft.
All right, Brent. Next pick, we got to get the new slide up here. My man, we are going with pick 129.
Now, if we're going to grab a safety, we're going to get him from Georgia, not Miami.
I like that, Brent. Thoroughbreds over there in Georgia. Dogs, if you will. Brent, are we saying Tiki or Taiki?
I think Taiki.
For real? Ah, man, that changed my whole... Okay.
I'll go Tiki.
Well, I was going to say Tiki because then when he gets burnt, you can call him a Tiki torch, and I don't want to have that in Jacksonville. But if his name's Taiki, I can't do anything with that.
Taiki Smith.
Taiki Smith. All right. Well, nevertheless, he's 5'10", 202, 31 5/8 inch arms. Trent Bulky Blue Light special. If he gets burnt for a big play, you can call him, Tiki Torch, but never mind.
Marcel says it's really Tylee Smith. Taiki. No, he says Taiki. He had a text.
Okay. Ran a 4.46, 38 inch vert, 10 on the broad. Played the star position, though. And this is kind of interesting about
Georgia's defense.
I know.
Right?
Yep. Tyke Smith. The cool thing about this, so he can play. They ask him basically, hey, you're an athlete, you're a stud, you're a dog, we're going to put you wherever. Now, keep in mind, does that translate to the NFL in terms of playing in multiple positions and then kind of finding your niche in the NFL? Possibly, but I think with a Ryan Nielsen type of defense where look at what they're going to ask Savage to do, right? Savage kind of sounds like what, Smith has done at Georgia. So at pick 129, I mean, did we really address edge? I guess we addressed edge a little bit, but that's more to build the stadium. So
that was a defensive tackle.
Oh, defensive. Well, he's a tweener, tweener. Yeah.
It was helping build the stadium.
I would rather see,
but I don't know. Like, listen, you're at this point of the draft. You're taking best available. You can get better at safety in your depth and stuff. So, yeah, I don't hate it.
Okay, gotcha.
Probably, and if he's playing that start position, that means there's position versatility in him.
True.
Most likely.
Okay. Yeah, and that's special teams, too. Bring them in right away. Could probably make a difference there as well. All right, pick 153. Anias?
That was good.
I'm not asking you a question. I'm saying it's Anias, right?
You are saying it.
That wasn't a question. Anias.
That was a statement.
Anias? Yeah. So Anias Smith.
Very well done by you.
Thank you very much. Wide receiver, Texas A&M, 5'9", 190. I thought this was a misprint. I don't think it is. 8.5-inch hands, 29-inch arms.
I don't want to say anything I shouldn't say.
No, come on, man. What do you got? What do you got?
That is not. This isn't what I was going to say, but that's Trent Baalke. He's got him like off the board like a red flag.
Yeah,
like this guy might be the best character guy in the world, and he's red flag.
No, for sure. An AFC regional scout said I thought he would start looking more like himself later in the season. So I think you will see a full-on Smith by the 2024 in terms of physicality. What did he look like?
I wonder what he looked like.
Like a ventriloquist dump?
Tyrannosaurus Rex?
I mean, okay, yours is not better than mine was. And that was a lot more mean because at least like a ventriloquist dummy, like they're put together. T-Rex got those short arms, man. Like you're being mean, Brent. Here we go. Weaknesses: appeared to miss his second gear in 2023. Recovering from a fractured leg suffered in 2022.
Blue light special.
Trent Baalke blue light special. He has fast feet, but average separation on underneath routes. Strengths has a double tap foot quickness.
Double tap.
Elusive, slippery, and strong all accurately described his run after catch. Could provide an early special teams boost as a talented punt returner as well. Oh, and
just signed one of those guys.
And here's my favorite, Brent. He's got some sticky feet.
Sticky feet.
And oily hips. Brent, these hips are oily, man. Like just like fluid, man. When he runs, he's got like a lava lamp out there running. Just shapes.
How do you come up with this stuff?
Oh, dude, off the dome. Yeah.
Oily hips. And what was he? Double tap?
Has double tap foot quickness.
Double tap foot quickness, oily hips, and sticky feet.
Yeah. Now, I think I like my comparison better of a lava lamp. I think I should be a scout.
You should be a scout.
And then
suggestions.
And then last pick is running back number 194, going with Jace McClellan out of Alabama. Don't really have a lot.
When we get Baalke on someday on the show, we got to ask him about all these.
When we get him on,
we got to ask him about all these.
Just make sure I'm not around. He's not going to come if I'm here, Brent. I don't think he likes me.
No,
I don't know. I mean, I've been kind of. I don't want to say mean, but hey, call like I see him.
Yeah, I think he'd come on anyway.
Really?
I mean, I don't know if he'd come on. But I'm just saying, I don't think he's worried about that.
I know.
Because then we just ask him how he graded you out.
And then we'll really get some laughs.
But I would love to have a guy on. Maybe, I don't know, maybe we get Caldwell on or something. So they'd be like, do you guys really use these terms?
Yeah. For real.
Like, do you guys have meetings and really use these terms?
Do you think they do? Honestly?
They probably think it's cutesy stuff in a way,
Do you just get like bored by it's like mundane year in and year out where you have to kind of like invent new ways to describe players?
What I'm wondering is in writing, when you're writing this stuff, do you kind of say it that way so people can identify? But if you're in normal conversation with everybody knowing what's going on, you'd say, hey, he's got bad hips or he's got good hips.
Brent, if I'm Trent Baalke and one of my scouts says, hey, this guy's got some really oily hips, we'll see you later. Hey, thanks for stopping by. We're going to go on and move on from you. Good luck in your future endeavors. Just say he's fluid. He has, his hips are good, whatever the case may be. I don't need to hear oily hips.
Oily hips.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Speaking of moving on, we got to move on.
Okay.
I got to get out of here. Get to that
man.
Trevor Lawrence news conference at 1 o'clock. Hold it for me if you can. Jaguars. We will take a timeout. Shock Your Mock presented by Everbank. We will continue tomorrow. What do we got?
And by the way, so that was Sawyer Kimbrough's mock draft. Congratulations, man. Didn't really take much, but you are moving on to the next round.
Who beat the Miami Hurricanes.
Yeah.
Quite frankly.
Yeah.